Hi everyone, I'm Clarke Wolfe and you're watching ThePOPFIX. Here we are in 2014, and it would appear to most that we find ourselves in a new golden age of television. Breaking Bad, True Detective, and Game of Thrones are just a few recent titles that spring to mind, and as the genre becomes more and more popular in mainstream entertainment, I think we should give a little credit where credit is due. Buffy the Vampire Slayer premiered on the now extinct WB network just a little over 17 years ago. The show ran for 7 seasons and lives on today in the form of a comic book. A lot of people roll their eyes at the idea of Buffy, SoCal teens, the 90s, quippy Whedon dialogue, and oh yeah, demons and vampires and other such supernatural creatures. But for those of you who liked the Avengers, or maybe consider yourselves to be the television equivalent of a cinephile, there's no doubt you've heard of Buffy, but maybe you need some insight on how to give it a try. Have no fear, my friends. I have always said that I only need 3 episodes to turn someone into a Buffy fan, and I've invited my good friend Jimmy O from JoBlo.com and Arrow in the Head to talk about those 3 episodes that will make you a Scooby in a matter of no time. So grab Mr. Pointy, accept the abundance of David Boreanaz in a tank top as we nerd out over Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Hi Jimmy O, thank you so much for coming on to ThePOPFIX.
Oh, thank you for having me.
So first things first, why is Buffy one of your favorite TV shows?
Because it's the best show on television. It really was. It was, Joss Whedon broke new ground. It was exciting, it was scary, it was funny, great writing, great characters. It was one of those sci-fi shows with really strong characters that you actually gave a about. I can swear, right? And I love these guys. I love Sarah Michelle Gellar. I think what she did with that character was amazing.
So I have always said that I just need 3 episodes to turn anyone into a Buffy fan. And the first one is the Emmy-nominated Hush. Hush features the gentlemen, creatures who steal your voice and cut out your heart, but because you have no voice, no one knows you're screaming, so no one can come and save you. Now, not so fun fact about Buffy. In its entire 7-season run, Hush is the only Emmy nomination that the show received for writing, which is insane.
Best writing.
So good.
Yes.
And it's slightly awful too because the episode contains no dialogue. It's pretty terrible. So, okay, Jimmy O, what is it that you like about Hush so much?
What do I not like about Hush?
Touche.
There is nothing to not like. This is the creepiest. Remember that scene when Giles' girlfriend peeks out the window and she sees that the gentleman flying around? Oh, that's so freaking creepy. Freaking love that. It's just a great show, and it's so hilarious.
It's so funny. This episode is so funny, and since so many of the actors, there's very little dialogue in the whole thing, they had to rely on their movements and their gestures. It's a lot. Exactly. For those of you who watch the show, you know what that means. For those of you who don't watch the show, maybe you know what that means.
I think some of you should, especially
But it's such an awesome episode, and the gentlemen are incredibly creepy.
Great episode. If you haven't, you don't need to be a fan of Buffy to watch the show and get it. It's like a fairy tale come true.
Yeah, and you said something earlier about it being a great horror film.
Yes, absolutely.
Definitely a great episode. You have to watch Hush. Next up, The Body. So, definitely the least fun on the list. This is an episode all about grief. A member of Buffy's immediate family dies, and the girl who saved the world, a lot, is helpless and can do nothing to fix it. It's raw, it's tragic, and it really represented a period on the show, I think, where Whedon and company were not afraid to go dark.
Nope, they were not. The thing about this episode specifically that is so amazing, that first 10 minutes in the show, there is, again, no dialogue. It's just her. I mean, she walks around, she calls the 911, she throws up. Her mom, can we say the spoiler?
We can, spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler alert for 17 years, however many years ago. Her mom's there on the floor, dead. Natural causes. It's not supernatural. It's death, and it's horrible, and it's heartbreaking.
And that's the thing that I think is so powerful about the way that Joyce dies, is that it's not a demon coming after her. It's not any of the external forces that Buffy fights every single day. It's just life.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that Joss Whedon, I think, does so well. Because all 3 of our episodes on this show, by the way, were written and directed by Joss Whedon. That was not intentional, but hey, you can't argue with Joss.
That's life.
In Joss we trust.
Or death.
Finally, last but certainly not least, once more with feeling. The infamous musical episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer is something to behold. A curse befalls Sunnydale, causing its residents to burst into song and reveal their deepest secrets while doing so. Relationships are tested, truths are told, and the Scoobies find out that when they resurrected their best friend, they really brought her back to a life that felt like hell on earth. What say you, Jimmy-O?
I can't say enough about this episode. Shouldn't we be singing this?
We should, right?
We will walk through the fire. Okay, I'm not a big fan of musicals. I'm not gonna rush out and see Chicago. But the thing about this, it was kind of cool because you had all these characters, whether they could sing or not, bursting out into song, and it made sense.
It did.
It structurally, within the context of the script, it made sense why Willow was singing about witches, or why they were having a romantic
Their song.
Oh, that
Under
was
Your
so.
Spell.
Amber Benson could sing.
Yeah,
man.
she can.
Her and
Well,
Giles.
and Tony Head. He does stage all the time.
Absolutely.
And Sweet the Demon.
Yeah.
What a voice,
Oh my
and so
God.
smooth, and he's just fantastic. The musical element is so good, because Joss is clearly a fan.
The musical element is great, but it doesn't take away from what the show is about. If anything, it adds to what makes the show great.
If our audience is a fan of these 3 episodes, I know you have another episode that you wanted to give a special shout out to.
There was one episode that kicked my ass and showed the world that Joss Whedon didn't give a and will kill off your favorite character. And this is Passion. If you haven't seen it, everyone who has watched the show knows exactly what I'm talking about. I love Jenny Calendar. This is an amazing episode, and the way he handles this, it's twisted, man. That was a big moment for Buffy. That was a big moment. It proved that they would take chances, and it proved that nothing was ever going to be exactly as you expected.
Exactly. Nothing's off limits on this show. They're not afraid to go there. Alrighty, friends. Well, there you have it. Your Buffy homework. Watch Hush, The Body, Once More with Feeling, and
Passion.
Report back with your yays or nays in the comments below. But they're gonna be yays. I mean, let's get serious.
Of course, seriously.
A big thank you to our guest, Jimmy-O. Jimmy, where can everybody find you on the interwebs?
You can find me at joblo.com and arrowinthehead.com. I'm on Twitter at Jimmy2the-O, and Facebook, James Oster, O-S-T-E-R.
Perfect.
Yes.
And don't forget to subscribe to the PopFix for more videos like this and plenty of other fun things. Thanks for watching. I'm Clarke Wolfe, and until next time, what's your fix?